You know, this is Student of the Game. You know, this is whereby we bring you that juicy conversational content that gets to adjust your mindset and you get to learn a lot.
Any exclusive.
That's what I like.
It took a lot of convincing or a lot of risk taking for me to be able to do what I'm doing now.
You know, my parents have never once limited me, and if I was interested in anything, you know, they would say do it.
All the sacrifices, everything, it's actually starting to pay off.
You know, so there's no excuse of being a failure anymore. You know, this is Student of the Game. This is where we go hard. This is where you grind. This is where the facts are over emotions. You know what I'm saying? This is where we define you.
You gas me up too much.
I ain't gassing, I'm just speaking facts.
I am not feeling anything. Wachana na mimi Castro. Wachana na mimi.
Najua tunaona alafu huko kwa YouTube bado unaanza comment. Ni hapa ni hapa. Style hizo mtiaji.
Pengine naona ni kama niko traumatized mpaka saa hii.
Wala sio established Africa. Wako na mshele sana.
Onyeshe like how this game is supposed to be played. Just show them.
Watu wengi tunakuwa wasanii lakini we don't become a brand. That's why I left the issue of there's upcoming, there's heart and there's legacy. I'm ready to be a student. I'm a student already.
We are all students of the game, man.
Ini warm up. Msele mnaigizwa buffet mnangwaya. Chapeni start alafu sasa tuingie ndani.
I remember like my friends laughing at me. Who's laughing now?
Yeah. Who's laughing now? Subscribe to Established African. We got a lot that's coming that you can't handle on your plate, man. You know, here we give game every day. Yo, karibuni tena. Today, at Student of the Game, I got one of the most prolific, the next iconic, the one and only, Nadia Mukami. She has done so much for the game. I think for me, if I was a teacher in this industry, she'd be my top 2 students in the industry of especially music, where a lot of females go through a lot. They give up on the process. But for her, she's different. She's endured it, she's doing it, and she's committed to it. She decided to risk it all, and she's here. None other than Nadia Mukami.
Oh Lord.
Karibu sana mazi.
Warm.
Nah, I had to say it that way, and I feel like I still didn't deliver it to my best.
Oh, it was amazing.
You know why I feel that way?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it wasn't for you, I would have given up for the female in the music industry. I would have. You know why?
Thank you.
There's a lot of females who have come in the industry, and they have done great stuff music-wise. I cannot deny, but they haven't sustained it like you have. This is your which year in the industry now? Is it the 4th or the 5th?
It's my 4th year.
It's the 4th year, and look at so much you've achieved. Look at what you've achieved. For me, it's like the fact that you'll be able to weather the storm throughout your process of the 4-year period you've been in the industry. I mean, if I look at your 4 years in the industry, when you become an architect, contractor, engineer, like you've done it all in a very short span. Is there something that we need to learn here that probably a lot of us ain't seeing the way we're supposed to see it? Because I've watched all your interviews, but I've never seen you explain this 4-year journey in a short summary way and give tips on that. Would you mind telling us what have you done to be able to build this concrete foundation that you've done so far?
Number one, I'd say no shortcuts. Don't take advances in exchange for your content. You're given, let's say, 4 million, 5 million so that I can own your content because you can't afford videos. Start with even 30K worth of videos. The second thing is look for a job before you can sustain yourself in the music industry. I'm gonna give you an example. When I was getting my first breakthrough back in 2018, I was working hapa Mudhidi Road. I won't mention the name of the company.
Yes.
And I remember nilikuwa napitana sana na boss wangu and my supervisor. Kwa sababu that was the time, it was the long holiday so that I can go on graduation, and that's when ndo nilikuwa nimepenya kwenye industry. So I'd go at work, but I want to keep pushing my music, but I can't quit the job because I'm like, what is going to keep me afloat? We have to be realistic sometimes, all right? That's when unapata msanii bado hujapenya vizuri na umeketi tu nyumbani.
Umechill tu.
You have to look for something else that keeps you afloat. That's the truth of the matter. Like to all upcoming artists. So niko naenda job hapo Modhithi Road, my boss nimechelewa, sometimes natoka interviews, na keleleshwa, but I'm taking it. I'm like, at the back of my mind, maybe they're thinking I'm not serious with my job, but I'm balancing 2 jobs here. I'm trying to push my music career, and at the same time, I'm trying to look for money to survive and maybe shoot the next video and shoot the next audio. So I remember one time, nilikuwa nimetoa, it was African Lover, and it was just before I got on to Coke Studio.
Yes.
So after I did African Lover, ndo nikaanza kuona nimeanza kupiga tu shows to 30, 40, 50k.
Nice.
And I was like, I think it's time now that I can sustain myself with utu two shows doing enough pata.
Yes.
Wacha ni quit job.
Nice.
And I went to my boss, I was like, I don't want to be a bother anymore. Nikamexplainia kwa nini nilikuwa nachelewa, and he understood.
Yeah.
So I think have a plan from the beginning that, all right, this is like my roadmap. I like to call them roadmaps, all right?
Yes.
I'm an upcoming artist right now. What's there to keep me afloat? We will go on people's DMs always borrowing for money. No one owes you money. People owe you an opportunity, but not everyone is going to give you bulk money at once. And the other thing, when you're broke and you can't keep yourself afloat, it's easy to sell your content or your masters for free. Because you're like, sasa sina pesa na kuna mtu amenitia hapa. Imagine 4 million. Me, I've ever been approached by a big record label for 4 million bob on the table. And it was tempting, but I was like, wacha tu niendelee fanya kazi hapo Modhithi Road.
So you forgo the 4 million.
Yeah.
And here is where you are right now.
And
this was when you were still 2 years. Was it 2 years in the game or?
It was like, that was like my second year in the game.
What?
Back in like 2018. That was like my breakthrough year actually. And it was
so somebody
tempting.
saw the potential.
It was actually, it's a big company.
What?
It's a big record label. Yeah, so they were giving out advances to and in exchange for your masters. So you're given 4 million shillings.
They buy out all your masters.
Yeah, that time Steve lipo at 100k kwa show. Someone is bringing 4 million on the table. But then I'm like, I thank God I went to school.
Yes.
Because that has really contributed in my journey. I'm like, okay, 4 million bob and my masters. And these masters, a song like Maombi, let's say, I have made a lot of money from Maombi.
From the royalties itself.
Yeah, from the royalties itself.
Wow.
That would have been going to someone else. And I was like, that was the toughest decision. I was like, nitaendelea tu kufanya kazi.
Wow.
Hapo Modhithi Road. I remember nilikuwa natoka Mwehoko. Ni mabasi sijui ngapi by the time unafika West.
But there you are. You know, Mwehoko is the neighborhood Shorty came from. You know what I mean? So shout out to Mwehoko mazena wajua na like Mwehoko pia.
Yeah, you know, so imagine that the point is, you have to look for something that keeps you afloat.
Yeah.
Hata kama unaenda Gikomba kununua manguo za hizo tops za 10 unauza 50, do it.
Yes.
To keep you afloat, so that you don't end up signing. I see some of my friends, like, usually there's a chick that I was like, my God, I want to support you, I want to push you, I don't want to own your masters.
Yes.
I just want to push you.
Yeah.
Then I DM'd her and asked her, so are you signed? The chick goes like, yes, so and so, I won't mention any, I'm any signed. So, anyway, so nikamza, okay, so how long is your contract? Sijui, nani ndo anajua. So I'm like, we need to read. There's something I say.
Yeah.
When you're given a 4 million advance contract,
Yes.
the devil is in the details. As an upcoming artist,
yes,
the devil is in the details.
Hayuko hapo kwa 4 million. Ama hapo chini kwa we are going to support you and make you a star.
Yeah.
Details.
So wewe fikiria mtu amekaa tu na this harsh economic times anakupea 4 million shillings.
A lot of people will take it. Like, not a lot of people have the heart like
the other thing,
yours.
all right?
Yeah.
The other thing is, someone has, let's say, like a big name or something. They don't have their own structures in check.
Yes.
They want to support you. And videos wanakupea, si videos of South Africa.
Quality.
Si quality.
Yes.
The videos, I think they ajizafika at 100k.
Yes.
And you're ready to sell your masters. Like, the devil is in the details. Sit down and ask yourself, ananipea pesa ya, like, kiasi gani? You know, I don't know, so most executive producers are going to come for me for saying this.
Yeah.
I always tell people, if someone is giving me a deal, seme a video, Nadia nataka kukushutia video, in exchange you'll pay me back.
Yeah, with your YouTube.
Yeah, you know,
because that's what they take.
The worst mistake people make. Sawa, you'll own that song. Nah, that's not what I do. Okay, makeup pesa ngapi, direct fees, director fees, location, styling, ziandike zote. Zimekuja 550. Tulipana hiyo 550 hadi ishe.
It's true.
Like,
It's true.
and
By the way,
like-
it's true. It's
'cause
true.
Let me
It's
tell
true.
you what artists do. Akisnapsia video sawa, nitakushutia hiyo video, na hiyo ngoma nitaiona. Ngoma ipelekwa commercial, sijui wapi, it has made mpaka kama 5-10 million. Na ni kitu tuseme hata ya 350,000 shillings. Isa kumwambia shows ni hivi, chukua nimepiga show ya 250, chukua 200 nibaki na 50 mpaka umalize kulipa. Like I always say, the devil is in the details. Every time, because me I've been in a bad place because
In an
of a
abusive contract. Let's
You
just
know?
call it that way. It was abusive as hell.
And
I remember the stories.
it
yeah.
was because I was young, and the good thing about me is that I didn't sign off my masters or my content.
Smart lady.
I didn't sign, like kwenye tulikuwa tunapishana ni
Yeah.
premature. I want to exit. I'm not making money. I want to exit. So we're having all that back and forth, and there's so many things that so this is what management does. So it's not something that I can't blame either parties, myself or them.
True.
Because I didn't. Life is a learning lesson. But even though it's a learning lesson, please
Yeah.
don't sell your masters.
Yes.
Don't sell your content.
Don't.
Today I can tell you 100%. Nadia Mukami owns all
All
her
her
songs.
masters.
Yeah.
That's game for a lot of you shorties out there in the game that
Yeah.
don't know how to move and maneuver.
Yeah.
I think that's why you had to be here, because at the end of the day, I
Yeah.
feel like you're the blueprint. A lot of even male artists
Yeah.
are gonna watch this and they'll
Yeah.
learn a lot. So I want you guys to pay attention to this cast as we talk about and we break it down. So you never signed off your masters.
Yeah.
You'll never ever sign off your
I'll
masters,
never sign
because
off
now
my
we
masters.
understand that masters is just like a land game. This is
Yeah.
a land game that people don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's buying acres
Yeah.
that people don't know.
Yeah.
That you'll end up selling it in the long run
the long
and
run.
value. You know, I read an article the other day, and you know, one of the greatest artists to ever exist in the hip hop industry,
Yeah.
Nasir. He's called Nasir Jones. People
Yeah.
know him as Nas. For me, he's one of my top 5s when it comes to the MCs in the music industry as
Yeah.
rap artist, though.
Yeah.
And he was asked, if you're ever going to sell your masters, how much do you think you'd sell your masters? He said $1 trillion. The guy looked at him like he's crazy.
Yeah.
He said, give me $1 trillion na kupatia masters zangu zote za Nas.
Because, let me tell you,
You
it's
know?
because that's an idea.
Yes.
An idea, I think an idea is priceless. An idea is priceless.
It's true.
And let me give you an example of what Beyonce did with Coachella.
Yes.
You know, like having shares kwa hiyo performance such that yeye anaweza uza hiyo performance.
That's a business model
that's-
I've never
you
seen.
understand, you know, like some of these things that you see content online.
Yeah.
You can check my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Us, all our contracts, we have to co-own my content. Mimi kwa hii industry afadhali nikosane na mtu kwa sababu ya content.
Before we rush, you want to tell me, including even what you're doing, all these performances that we are seeing,
Yeah.
nobody can shoot them and post them on their YouTube. You'll pin them down.
They should. We can co-own because
Okay,
most of the time
okay.
we co-own. Like
Yeah.
you put them on your channel, but I also have masters. Do you understand? Like I can be able to access them and use them for my own commercial uses.
Yeah.
You know, then they go on their channel because nowadays things have gone virtual.
Yes.
Even due to Corona, we are doing things virtually and zinaenda kwa
So
YouTube
it's
channel.
income.
But most of the
Yeah.
time unapata you're paid and you're paid off. Like
And
huwezi
that-
chukua hiyo content uitumie.
Artists don't even go with videographers on performances. They don't do it.
We take the content,
Wow.
we can put it on my channel. Actually, I've uploaded almost all of them that I did during the virtual minis, during time of
Your
Corona,
virtual
your time,
performances,
during the lockdown.
Yes.
And our contract stipulates that it's only used for that time. Us, we can use them for a documentary series.
Yeah.
Because most time, a company approaches you, want to do a documentary about your performances. Man, you signed off. You can't take that. They paid you 400K.
100K.
You signed off.
Documentary yako inaenda kuwa kubwa yani. You're not even getting a royalty yani, no percentage,
So,
nothing.
I think content is key.
Content is king.
Content is key. And that's one of the
It's
things
true.
that I have been pushing and
Yeah.
fighting for.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of back and forth when I was starting out with so many people because like I want to sign you. And I'm like, hey, masters. Wacha tu nitapambana peke yangu. Place
Wow.
yenye people know me. Hata juzi too, like for a certain music video. Karafishana basa na mtu because of behind the scenes.
Or there was an argument for the
Yeah,
behind the
for them
scenes
to-
where it needs to be posted.
Yeah, like
Okay.
where
So now
because
you're
we had
giving
a deal.
directors.
No, it was now like during the contract negotiations.
Okay.
For the video.
Okay,
so
okay.
they want to go on like
The
the behind the
BTS.
scenes.
Yeah.
But content for me is everything.
It's king. It is.
Content for me, it's everything. I'm
It's
like,
true.
I don't want the deal, man. Please
So,
keep it.
producer kabili umebarabara.
No, you want the business. I want the business.
Yes.
But me, content is some we don't
Don't play
negotiate.
with that, yeah.
We don't negotiate about content.
What?
So I'm like, all right, sawa basi. Keep the behind the scenes. I'm like, yeah, keep the music video and the behind the scenes and visuals and everything. Because I feel like it's an era where content is king. So many people don't rush to get signed. Please learn from me. It's just that me, I didn't give out my masters. Because someone is offering you a video worth 100K, you're ready to give out your masters for a song that is gonna make Maombi, for instance. Imagine if today.
Maombi is a big song. My mom knows that song. She sings it.
Let me tell you.
They sing it in their church.
Some of the deals that it's just that some of these things we sign NDAs. Some of the deals we get online, ama we get tunapataga tu ni kwa sababu.
Yeah.
Me, I've gotten like 5 deals, good deals, because of Maombi. And when I was releasing Maombi, I was extremely broke. I think I've said that a million times.
I know.
And I never used to believe in money from Skiza.
Yes.
And after I did, I was like, I think I called my aggregator. I'm like, uko sure hii ni yangu?
Video yangu.
You know? Imagine if I was broke back then and then someone is like, fanya hivi na kushutia video, achukue equipment mbio nini, budget hapa pale, kuedit ndo edit kali 150 for our own song. Watch like the specifications of the contract.
Yeah.
Mtu kama anakupea hiyo advance, irudi kama advance, hata fadhali mweke interest. Kama umeshoot ya 250 basi nikurudishie 300.
Yes.
But don't sell out your song. Don't sell out your album.
Yo, there's another angle that I know a lot of people are sleeping on, and there's a lot of money. People who do voiceovers. You know, I mean, I've seen in America, if you did a voiceover and you don't know about contracts, you'll never earn royalties from it.
Yeah.
So people get paid whenever they do these voiceovers, and then they realize, okay, I got paid and it was good money. Nimekubali as an artist, and you're a top tier artist.
Yeah.
But you realize this thing is big, especially easy films are total. These children like stuff.
Yeah.
You know, when you sign that contract, it stipulates that everything that's created by the studio, it's owned by the studio 100%. Wow. That means they can do anything with that. Especially easy, because you see the thing is, content za watoi, zinakuwa storybook. Hiyo storybook inakuwa storybook na audiobook.
Documentary.
Inakuwa documentary. Kwa movie. Mtu anaenda anaifanyia sijui sampling. You know, inakuwa commercial ad. Alafu na realize, my goodness, I did a voice over that made $1 billion. Yeah. And I was paid one off.
It's the same thing with actors. Right? You sign like a movie company approaches you. Yeah. And let's say it's an episode. I don't know much about it, but I was just arguing with my friend of mine. Yeah?
Yes.
And it's going on TV. Then unapata kuna reruns. As long as, you know, that's where we go wrong. Your season yetu imeisha. Yeah. I was paid per episode. Yeah. Tumekaa, iliisha, tuseme, hiyo show ingine kaletwa. Then the TV station goes sits and I'm like, ile show ilikuwa inapendwa, tufanye reruns. That time, hata maybe pesa ukuinvest, ukufanyia kitu, kuna reruns. You know,
those are royalties.
Zanini, such that that's your brand there.
That's your brand there being used. You know? And you know, I saw the other day Omoshi's trending from Tahidi High. Yeah. He's a famous character, na Jonah Mjua. Yeah. And I'm seeing guys wanasema tumchangieni. I'm like, for how long are we gonna keep entertaining these ignorance? Yeah. You know, sasa zingine mnafamoja msanii ungue. Kwa sababu at the end of the day, na sina ubana Omosh.
You're gonna trend.
I know, I'm gonna trend for this thing. But here's the thing. The ignorance in the game imezidi. Because at the end of the day, tumeona reruns ngapi za Tahidi High. Until today, bado Tahidi High yochezwa kwa Citizen. Do you know what I mean? Why the royalties for this guy not to be broke? Yeah. Why does this guy have to go to an extent whereby Jalango has to changia the guy on his platform, you know, and him is getting good PR out of it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, why is this guy broke until today? For how long are we going to start? let me ask a question to the public. The most famous voiceover personality that I know is Johnson. You remember Johnson? Was it Johnson Mwakazi?
Yeah.
You remember his voice?
Very distinct.
This guy had a godly voice, right?
Yeah.
Where's Johnson Mwakazi right now? I really want to know. I know he might be doing good for himself, but is he making royalties off all those ads he did for Citizen? This is the messed up thing with Kenyans, yeah? They're gonna gaslight the whole situation, make it look like, oh yeah, Omosh hafai kuwa anaishi hivi. You'll start seeing to companies, now this is the time that unapatiwa kashamba. Omosh nimeona amepewa shamba. Nimeona tena sijui amepatiwa sijui pesa na bank gani. You know, alafu itakuwa story of it's a rap. I mean, if at the end of the day, you as the Shamba company decided, okay, Shamba is more valuable to give this Kajama, but let's give him long-term income. Let's use him as the face. The crown they have like a guy, crown paints. Yeah. Let's take Omosh. Omosh is a character.
I like that.
Let's make this guy a brand ambassador for this Shamba thing for the next 2 years. Let's give him a monthly salary. We know it's a PR narrative whenever it comes to this kind of things. And that's why I don't condone these cultures that we have built and we have normalized them. You know, Sino Bana Jalango, Sino Bana, the guys who are trying to help him. Help him. The guy needs help, he needs help, right? Cool. But let's be real about this whole situation. Who's the activist who's fighting for his royalties and Citizen? Who is the guy who's out here vocally? Twitter says, Omosh hafai kuwa amesota. Are we trending every day to make sure that this guy gets his justice from Citizen? We know Citizen is owned by who? We know the guys who sit on the board. Are they being called out to give him his money? Exactly. So at the end, it's sensitive. But at the end of the day, if we're gonna fight for this thing the right way, let's do it the right way then. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's equal to scenario because Omosh ni moja leo. Have you ever thought about wale ma actors wako pengine on a show that has been trendy kama, you know, housemaids of what? Kangware. Are those all those where even guys like Njogosh were discovered? Can Njogosh say, can he attest today that me as Njogosh, from building that show, I'm still making royalties?
But I want to challenge your point a little bit.
Okay.
Let's say you've used the example of Njugush or something. Yeah. You know, an opportunity has been provided to you. Something that I tell my team, and it's kuna mtu nilikuwa nashinda nikimwambilia mpaka I had to let them go. I was like, when you're working with Nadia, a smart person, una maximize your opportunity. We walk into so many doors. Tunaingia kwa makampuni nyingi. Unaelewa? If I've given you a platform, for instance, today, let's reverse roles, right?
It's true.
You're looking for an opportunity, and I've given you, like, tell me you work with me, and you're no one.
I'm a nobody.
You're nobody,
from
right?
Scratch. Yes.
Just an example.
Yes.
You're nobody.
Yes.
Then I call you, come work with me. Tell me ni msanii, tutumie usanii. Mimi nimekuita, nimekusaidia. Inafika mahali hata kwa mama, kwa boma.
Yes.
Ukifika 18 anakuachilia kwa dunia.
Go be yourself.
What you do with the rest is up to you. So I feel pia sisi kama sometimes it narrows down to personal responsibility as a person. Unaona, because nimeona pia hizo story nyingi, but nasema umesaidia, hauwezi kuwa tunasaidiwa daily.
It's true.
Unaelewa, sometimes it narrows down to personal responsibility. And one of the fears I have every time, I told you off camera, I'm very spiritual.
Yes.
One of the fears I have is being famous and broke. That's why I'm very, very strict to my craft.
Yo,
so
wait. Guys, I hope guys are hearing this. One of the biggest Nadia's fears is being famous and what? Broke. Yeah. You cloud chasers.
You know, and that's one of the reasons why I left my previous establishment because of things like this. And it was really nasty. It was a very nasty
fallout
split and fallout. You know.
I know the story.
It was a risk I was taking. How many of sometimes me wambia was say, all right, when nimekupa opportunity, what you do with the opportunity is up to you. We walk through so many doors. Sometimes nambia, I tell someone like, akinadia nataka kufanya hii comedy, na kuja kwa events yenye najua, there's networking.
Perform church. You know, come along, like this, who is, and mtu ameenda amechukua bia, amekunywa, amelewa, ashasahau alikuja kufanya nini. Then tomorrow it'll be like, oh, nimekuata nikikana Nadia hanisaidii. You can't. I can't give you food. Yes.
And you want me to do this
to
to
spoon
you.
Feed you.
You know, sometimes let's say it's personal responsibility.
It's
I'm gonna
drive.
narrow down to there are 5 things I say in a brand or when you're building a brand as an artist or as a creative. A, B, C, D, E. A, appearance. B, body. 3 is confidence.
Confidence.
D is destiny, shaping your destiny. E is education. Let me talk about education.
I love it.
Education doesn't mean you have to like be learned and have a degree or something. Some of us, okay, not some of us, like some of the people weren't lucky enough maybe to have money to go to the university or to go to college. You understand? But things have been narrowed down, squeezy. Things have been made easier, whereby there are podcasts.
Yes.
Castro, I think I'm a night person. I sleep every day at around,
Past
I think,
midnight,
past
let's say.
midnight at 3 or even 2, you know?
Yes.
Listening to, sometimes I even fall asleep, I'm listening to podcasts. Because I want to know what made Beyonce successful. What made Brenda Fassie have an
iconic,
stadium?
yes,
you know?
yes.
What made Miriam Makeba? What lessons can I learn from someone like from Amani? What lesson can I learn from Diamond Platnumz?
Yes.
You know, education doesn't mean that degree in finance or degree in whatever.
Yes,
you know, education is, there's so many
picking interest.
vitu ziko huku
Yes,
tunalearn.
yes.
Mi nimejifunza digital marketing online. Nimelipa utu to course. To course tudogo tu nalipa.
Yes.
Nimejifunza music business
Nice.
online.
Wow.
Na anaitanga this guy it's hot 96, like it's a radio ya huko majuu. It's a
Oh,
Hot
yeah. I know the show you're talking about. Is it Power 105 or Hot 97?
Hot 97.
Yes, Hot 97.
He talks about the music industry.
Ibro. Is it Ibro in the morning?
He has a podcast.
He has a podcast. Yeah,
His
it's called
name.
Ibro. It's called on
Forget his
iTunes.
name. Yeah.
I know.
has
Yeah,
name.
it's called Ibro. It's Ibro.
I listen to
Si
some of the
nimwambie
yeah.
kofia.
Yes.
Namjua,
I listen to some of this podcast because I want to learn. And naweza sema tu some of these things ni self responsibility pia.
Yes.
Self responsibility. If kama chakula imeletwa kwako, let's say you've been given a platform.
Yes.
I'll give you an example of a corporate that
Yes.
called me back.
Okay.
I won't mention the name.
Okay, I understand.
So this corporate calls my team for a gig they had for me. So, I'm still new. They called me the first time, the lady called me the first time. I was still in Maseno University. Alipa pesa kidogo, but nilikuwa nimeenda quote na kaniongezea kambe, wewe anza kuwa mjanja. So when I really broke out into the music industry, now like I have a big name and I have big following, they called me again.
Wow.
And they paid me good money.
Wow.
So I was like, this is a big opportunity. I want to keep these guys in my
Close.
You know?
Yes.
So
the corporate catalog.
So the supervisor or the marketing manager was just like, nani amekuja, the boss amekuja. So boss ako hapa na atakuwa pia kesho. So then nikifika next morning kapata boss amefika hapa. So I'm like, I like your braids. You're looking so smart. Like hiyo kidogo unaanza kunini kuongea na boss. Hiyo ndio cha unapenda. Imagine mimi napenda tangawizi. Naanza kumwambia like I'm trying to create a rapport which is not weird. Because most of the time kama wasanii tukienda mahali.
Yes. Manager ndio ongee. Hauna story ya mtu
kwa hivi like mambo.
You're trying to be cool.
Yeah.
You're trying to be cool in front of the money makers. People who have the real money. What are you trying to be cool for?
So I was like, I need, because tulikuwa wengi, we were so many hapo, like personalities.
It's true.
I was like, I'm trying to create a rapport with this lady. I love how she's a boss lady, she's a serious lady.
Wow.
And I'm like, I like your hair. Salon, unaona salon gani? Like, I'm trying to get her engaged. She's like, hata mimi napenda kucha zako nini? We are talking, like she's laughing. I'm carrying stupid jokes. She's laughing. She's like, anichezee usta. Kwa sababu, those are the kuna watu wezi chezea usta.
Wow.
Mabosi wenye ndo wana sign checks.
Exactly.
So ukiingia pale unapata mtu
unataka
kwa nione na magogo zingine kubwa za black.
Na mask bado iko on yani hata inatokea utaki eye contact, shades are still on. You know I mean
I'll give you another example.
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. That is one. And
Juicy,
we received a call. Ndo tumesign to your contract. Receive a call.
Wow, and congratulations.
And the guys were like, no, it was like an agent's man. The boss specifically said she wants Nadia. And I was like, this is a big deal. I was like, I'm telling my boss, I'm like, unaona, nilikwambia.
It's true. It's true.
They don't watch this.
Yes. And you're letting the team learn, and they are watching.
Yeah, because I'm like, sometimes kuna wale watu you have to create a rapport.
Yeah.
Like creating a rapport, not in a weird way,
Yes.
tuende sijui kahawa, but
Yes.
ukifika hapo, apart from nini, uonyeshe pia wewe you're human. Apart from
Exactly.
being a celebrity,
A star, yeah.
you're human.
Yes.
Is this one, it was a show, a very big platform. I want to mention as well, but tutashikanisha ni gani.
Yeah.
So these guys approached us, oh, we want Nadia to perform. It's a big deal that opened other doors.
Okay.
And I was like, I listen to a lot of Vusi, and he says sometimes when you're doing pro bono, do it in a very clever way.
In a strategic.
In a very strategic way.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do pro bono,
Yeah.
I have to get out of there with something that is
Exactly.
signed.
Exactly.
So these guys like, we don't have budgets, nini. So like, so many artists stand out. So I sat down and told my bookings manager, we're not gonna turn this gig. It's like, but there's no money. I'm like, I know, there's no money. Let's be smart.
Yeah.
They want us to record the performance and everything.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna ask them for money. We're gonna tell them, Nadia is gonna perform for free.
Yeah.
But tunataka pesa ya kushoot the whole. Tupe kama 60,000 peke yake ya kushoot like
The whole
because
performance
it's
and
virtual
the-
and
yes,
stuff and
yes,
outfit because I'm a
yes,
female artist.
yes.
So when now the bookings manager goes to them with that angle, they're
Yeah.
like, that makes sense. Because most of the artists are like, Mr. Can perform.
Yeah, you're not giving me
Because
money to
you-
help. I know that story.
Tukamwambia,
I
if
know.
we're
I know.
gonna do that,
I know.
If we're gonna do that, tukamwambia, our condition is we want a collab with a certain
X,
artist, which
yes.
has already been sealed.
Yes.
We're gonna write down in a contract. Sisi utupea tu pesa ya kushoot na nini, and then a collab with so and so.
Yeah.
Kasema, still
Done.
done. Sawa. We gave our best. It was one of the best performances.
You nailed it.
And
you nailed
after
I love
that,
it. Yeah.
I got BET Soul Train Awards and I was paid. You see, like sometimes
The power of leverage.
Thank you.
The power.
Leverage.
Yes.
Sometimes there's an issue about pro bono. I'm gonna give an example of, let's say unafanya kazi ya create graphics and you're sourcing for a job. Kuna zile pro bono zenye you're wasting your time and pro bono zenye unaangalia mbele.
Yeah.
I'm a lady mwenye napendaga every time, even when I make my own decisions.
Yeah.
I remember when I was dating, there's this, okay, my boyfriend likes to say,
Let's break it down. Let's break it down.
likes to say, you're 24, but you act sometimes like you're 30, you know?
This is your ex then, yeah?
We together-ish, I don't know. We together.
I'm also in a situationship, Bado.
It's not a situation. I don't like to talk about my relationship.
Entanglement.
That's why. It's not entanglement, it's a relationship. So, and I'm like, you act like you're 30. I'm like, I'm a person who likes to see 6 years. Because I'm already talking about, unajua, hii account imecreatea watoto. I'm that kind of a person. I'm very, so every time, even when I get into a deal, I'm like, I call my mom like, so hapa tuchome. Hapa even ndo tutafanya ku make sure tume
get this cash. Yeah.
That's how you find that people like, nani anafanywa favor, nini. I'll give you an example of Boomplay Music.
Yeah. Man, shout out to Martha first and foremost.
Yeah.
Martha, the MD. I think that's the best. I'd vote for Martha to be the president of Kenya. I'd
You
do it
see?
without even thinking twice.
Relationships.
She got it.
Every
she
time
got it figured it
I
out.
go to Boomplay, like I'm friends, I think, with everyone in the office.
Yeah.
Because from the word go, I was like, I need us to have like a symbiotic artist relationship with these guys, whereby they push me and I push myself, because as I push myself, my music, of course, in a grow, you know. So through that, tukaanza tuambie, so let's do campaigns. Like najituma unaweza fikiria I'm one of their team. So we really developed an amazing relationship and sending these emails that thank you and vitu kama hizo. I remember one time I made some good money. I was like one of the top. I don't want.
No, you
gotta
say the truth. No, you gotta say the truth. No, you gotta say the
I
truth.
really
It's
made,
real.
I was like the most
Inspiring.
paid artist at a certain quarter.
It's
I
true.
was shocked because
Yeah.
we had been pushing campaigns, we had been pushing
The streams
campaigns.
are just
yeah,
moving.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
So I remember I called Nani, Liz, nikamwambia, ambia kila mtu kwa ofisi, I'm grateful.
Wow.
Ambia kila mtu kwa ofisi, thank you for pushing me. And those, kuna jua wanasema, Nadia ndo anaweza chukua time yake atupigie simu, amemake dopoa, alafu atuambia asante, the whole team. Those are the relationships.
And artists don't do that.
You know,
they
and
don't
those are
even
the
say thank you.
relationships.
For
And
somebody who handled your money and they gave you your money without even stealing a shilling from it.
no, and they helped me push campaigns.
Damn.
You know, like I'm like, I want to be part of this campaign. So it's about the relationship, such that next time nikiambia I want to do this. It's like, oh, Nadia is one of us. She's good at to work with. So I think the other elements we bring out is relationship. Sisemi kuna zile constructive relationship na relationship zingine hazikusaidii. Kuna watu wenye naonanga wena kukata off Jude side. Na kuna wale I'm like
your interest is different here. I'm trying to have a corporate relationship
the
with
last
you.
example, we went with my boss. We were pitching for something on financial discipline. So we're pitching for something on financial discipline.
About it. I love it.
So we went for the first meeting, the second meeting. My boss, of course, is the one talking. You're not gonna talk points.
Nice.
He's the one talking the business aspect.
Nice.
And
when you're referring to boss, you don't get your boy fee, right?
No.
Are you talking to the manager?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Boss,
Okay. Cool.
Lord.
I got it. I thought you worked with him.
At Sevens.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Man,
shout out to Sevens. You guys are doing a great team, man.
Yeah. So went for the first meeting, went for the second meeting. So on the third meeting, I told my boss, so this is what we're gonna do. You know, financial discipline is something that I'm really passionate about. I want these people to feel also the kind of person they're coming to work with is smart and knows what they're doing. So I told my boss, so for the next meeting, you'll speak business because it's a very, very serious corporate. You'll speak the business aspect. Me, I'll speak about now the roadmap of what I want.
The vision of
like,
it.
oh, okay. You know, they say artists have kuongea kwa meeting, but I really wanted to talk at that one.
Yes.
So I went home the whole weekend. I didn't go anywhere. I was researching. Researching, like even had a whole like a presentation. Imeandikwa, imechora vizuri. So that when we go for that was the second last meeting. It was like, so today, Nadia is going to give you like a roadmap. Because, you know, we go for the meeting, they send you back. For another meeting, they request you. Now they want to know now the roadmap, how that brand entangles this one. So I wanted, because I'm the one who's going to be doing it, let me talk about it. So financial discipline, I'm passionate about it. So nikaanza, hanarusha maswali, like so many marketing managers over there, and the MDs there on that meeting. I'm throwing my pens up, really ready. I had done my research. So the MD's like, it's hard to find an artist who can express themselves and talk about finance the way you do. And I was like, nafanya boss even sma shapata deal. You know, the MD is asking, you know what, so you're passionate about finance? I'm like, yeah, because I wanted to sell my story. You know, sometimes the manager, let the manager handle the business side. The amount.
The paperwork and stuff,
wewe ni nini pia unaenda kuambia watu. They also need to understand that,
is this something she's passionate about?
Is this something that tukimweka hapa tumwambia this is a master class, talk about it. She can talk about it. So I think it's also, we need to prove kwa watu, kwa unajua wasanii tunakana tuko jinga sana.
Yo, let me tell you the unfortunate of how they name our, you know, I mean, corporates nowadays a lot. You know how they call our industry? You know, Castro from the shallow industry. That's how they refer to me whenever I'm going for these serious meetings. Castro from the shallow industry, tutuambia nini? Unacheka tu. But that's how they refer to it. They call it the shallow industry.
I talked about ABC, confidence, being confident in your craft. You know, when I talk about ABCDE and I talked about education, so they see the confidence. Even Barack Obama, from the book of Dreams of My Father, he talks about confidence is the key to success. Like, one of the things that really contributed to him, like achieving, you know, he's our hero, you know, for the black people.
He's iconic.
He's iconic.
You want your child to be
and
like
it's
Obama.
Confidence, because in a world where there is still racism, and in a land that's not, he's not originally
even
from there, you know.
And he still became a leader there.
He talks about those things. It took confidence. So it takes confidence to prove, for us as creatives, to prove to the rest of the people that, we ain't shallow. We
can
got
do
this.
something.
We can do something.
Yes.
So,
and you know, for me, it's like Nani, my producer, and their timing. You know, for me, here's the thing. You're a leader. You know what you want. You know your worth. That's the most important thing to know. Aside from even being an artist, as a human, to know your worth is a gift from God. You know? And the trinity that I'm learning from Nadia Mukami is this spiritual aspect of it. You gotta be spiritual. You gotta be financially inclined. And you gotta be educated. So there's a trinity for Nadia Mukami. And that's what I'm reading out of from your story. And I think that's a blueprint that personally, even I myself, I can embody that. I live it, yes. But what you're doing is just marvelous.
Thank
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fact that you took time, like your latest single, Colo, the one that you released,
Yeah.
I can tell that you really took time
Yeah.
to study the crates of these people who came in the industries. Because you sampled a band.
Yeah.
A band all the way from Tanzania, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you were able to create this dope song with Otile,
Yeah.
and it is now like everywhere. Like I'm seeing corporates doing challenges.
Yeah.
You know, it's so hard for a lot of challenges that come, that even corporates who end up wamefanya, comes from outside the country.
Yeah.
Yours was exceptional this time
Yeah.
with Kolo.
Yeah.
So you've started a new journey.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that really made me become your big, like your fan completely was when I saw the financial discipline part of it.
Yeah.
I was your fan, but a temporary fan, not a
Yeah.
stick-on fan.
Yeah.
I love the music. I love the fact that you were grinding it out, and I knew you were doing this mostly based off your ideas.
Yeah.
I watched you grow up, but the day I saw Financial Savings Plan, I was like, she's different. She's somebody I think who this industry will either hate on completely because she has discovered something that, or a niche that a lot of people don't like getting into,
Yeah.
or she'll be somebody who people will celebrate when they have discovered her greatness late. Because that's what we do with this country.
Yeah.
We discover people who are great at what they do very late.
Yeah.
Like una realize, "Enye umsali konga mkali."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, financial discipline has come up, has developed. It started as a WhatsApp
Yeah.
journey, right?
Yeah.
It ended up on social media now, on Instagram and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then now it has already launched its own podcast.
Yeah. And we're launching an app.
And you're launching an app very soon.
Yeah.
You know, you're the only artist. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing that I love about Nadia.
Yeah.
You're the only artist that sat down and I told you, I see you should do it this way. You remember that meeting we had at Eka Hotel?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I asked you, does financial plan, do you plan on getting into tech or anything? I've been thinking about it. And then I told you, what are you thinking about?
You should do it.
Go ahead and do it right now. Don't even wait. Do it right now.
Yeah.
My God, a year later,
Yeah.
when I'm I'm about to close a deal, I'm looking at you like, this deal, mama, it will change my life. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And it will change a lot of Kenyans' lives. You
Yeah.
don't even want to know it.
Yeah.
So an app is coming.
An app is coming.
So we're first of all rolling
And
the
new
podcast,
partnership is coming
and the new partnership is coming.
Yeah, so
And I hear it's big
It's big.
with a financial
It's
institution.
a financial institution.
Yo, Nadia, you know, for me, for you know what I mean?
You know, I would say.
Sky is not even the limit,
Yeah.
but able to wonyeshe like how this game is supposed to be played. Just show them.
You know,
Show them how this game is supposed to
I
be
always
played.
believe
Yeah.
the difference between just. Ever went for a meeting with a TikTok regional manager. He's from South Africa.
I know him.
Yeah,
He's an Indian, right?
Ni mzungu, mzungu.
Nimzungu.
Yeah.
I know Grace from TikTok.
Yeah,
Is
Sol.
it Glory?
His name
Glory.
is Sol.
Gloria. I know Gloria, the lady.
Yeah.
And then I
now
know
Sol.
some
Sol is
Asian.
now like the marketing manager. He's based in South Africa. So I ever went for a meeting with him and my bookings manager, and I pitched to him how TikTok, we were pushing Lola, which really, really worked. And
Yes.
we then pushed Wangu, which
Yes.
worked a lot.
And now Kolo,
Now
I'm seeing the
Kolo.
challenges.
You know, so one of the things that, when I was giving him my ideas, one of the things that really stood out for him that I mentioned the moment, but I use it now. I told him there's a difference between kuwa msanii na kuwa brand. Watu wengi tunakuwa wasanii lakini we don't become a brand. And that's why I like the issue of there's upcoming, there's heart, and there's legacy.
Yes.
I don't want to, there's also another aspect, there are three things. There's also being a great artist and a famous artist. I don't want to be a famous artist. I want to be a great artist. You know, one of the times ukiwa huko kuna wasichana wadogo wanakuwa kama role model, you know? And I want that to be my legacy. I want to leave behind such that I don't want to be like Nadia, but I can get
Surpass.
1, 2, 3, 4
Yes.
things from her
Yes.
and make them better for
Better.
myself, you know?
Yes.
So the aim is just to be a great role model, to leave an amazing legacy behind.
Wow.
Legacy is not big money, but people don't remember how much you had. They remember what you did for them.
For them.
How you impacted them.
Yeah.
So financial discipline has been amazing.
Wow.
I've gotten corporate jobs.
Wow, off of it.
Off
Now
of it.
doing Blaze.
I'm now doing Blaze.
You're a Blaze mentor.
Yeah, I'm a Blaze mentor. So
Man, you see, like, here's the thing. Like, you see, for me, is like, I think they'll remember you more from the financial aspect. I think everybody's a musician. There's gonna be more musicians who are gonna come and surpass your catalog in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll come and do greater things than probably what you have laid the foundation for the females, especially in the industry. But I think the financial aspect.
Because I would say there's no female.
You'll be queen.
There's no female artist who's never like paved way for us. I'd be very ungrateful if I said the female artists before me didn't, because female artists go through a lot. So many of them have showed us that, like Avril, she's showed us that you can still be in the game for 13 years. Females take like 5 years.
5 years, oneno naza.
Max, then you're
Out
gone,
Mona
you know?
Yes.
But Avril has taken
Stay consistent.
13 years.
Yes.
So I tell her
Admire.
every time, I really
Yeah.
admire that. Amevumilia kwa sababu the industry on females is the hardest thing. The second point, someone like Amani aliingia kwa East Africa kabisa, alitufungulia njia.
Yes.
Those are some of the lessons I learned. So I want, when there's a
And
great...
Wahoo now is showing us how to become a star in a relationship.
In a
on
relationship,
family.
you know,
She has a blueprint to that you can learn.
And one thing I like about Wahoo that I actually borrowed, and my dad constantly used to tell me, Wahoo has a degree in mathematics.
Yes,
and I
she's
remember
very
when
sharp.
there's a time when I was a fourth year, I was like, me, I'm gonna drop out because it was so hard.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, this finance thing, I've always loved books.
Yes.
That's really like growing up. So this thing will help me one day, and it's now the fruits I can see them. So I was like, see Wahoo alimaliza.
Set out a maliza.
Na alifanya mathematics, mimi nafanya finance, it's almost the same thing. I'm gonna
Yes.
finish. So I always say to every young upcoming artist, upcoming female who's coming up, usiwaiona msichana wako nyuma yako kama competition.
Yeah.
They have paved
Stretch your
way.
arm.
You know,
Yes,
they have
yes.
paved way in one way or the other.
Yes.
Avril, Amani, Sanaipei, Wahoo, what wamepaved
All the
way.
greats,
So
yes.
hata mimi nataka, when there's another female artist on this seat talking to you, ananitaja pia. That's the kind of legacy I want to leave behind. Wananitaja kwa finance, Nadia alipambana, alicreate. One thing I want to be remembered, alicreate systems na structures zake. na
Za kuonesha
zikawa-
wasanii venye wanaweza save pesa na survive
Yeah.
na also ordinaries.
Ordinary, yeah.
Yo, let me tell you one thing. It's been real. It's been great. I feel like I should do this a lot with Nadia, but her time is expensive. She gotta leave. This is a woman who understands her value, so she gotta go. But here's the thing. I'm so humbled for you coming here.
Thank you for
And my whole crew at large.
This was so insightful. I like to show my smart side.
Yo.
I rarely get to show it.
You rarely get to show, because I know when you do interviews in a
Talk about
hula balloons,
music,
you know what I
who's
mean?
Nadia
Who's Nadia
dating,
dating
you
and
know?
stuff like
I
that.
don't
But
like
I'm
this
really,
stuff.
really grateful
This
that you
is what
came
I
to
love
our
to talk
platform
about, yeah.
and showed us that in established African, we can trade knowledge and share with people knowledge at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Yeah.
So I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get it best.
Yeah.
Lock that deal, make that million, baby. Get that money.
Yeah.
Don't even stop it. Show us, take us to the next level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pay Chris Brown for a collabo. Don't ask for him.
Amen.
Let him see your value. Pay him that.
Yeah.
Akutisha $1 million, Mombi, it's nothing, brother.
Yeah.
I'm from Africa and I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Me, I don't come here like other African artists begging for a collabo. I'm a dope artist, but I can as well pay for your collabo.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? No label will pay for that.
Yeah.
Nadia will pay that. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I want you to grow. Be big. Go be marvelous. Blossom, baby. But two last things that I want to ask you before you leave.
Yeah.
How would you like the people to remember you? And also, God forbid, not God forbid, may God grant you, what's the 5-year roadmap that we're going to see Nadia in? What are we going to see Nadia rolling into in the next 5 years?
I want to leave a legacy whereby I was a 3-in-1. I was 3-in-1, like I was the music, I was the talent, and I was the brains. I want people to remember me for that. I want to be corporate and still like secular artist, you know.
Nice.
That's one of the things that I'm really, really pushing. I
Yes.
want to show people that I believe I'm a creative entrepreneur.
Yes.
Every decision I make is about like music business. For me, it's always about, it's not about the clout or the,
Yes.
the glamour or the flamboyant lifestyle. For me, it's about the business
Are we doing
aspects.
it right?
Are we doing it
presenting
right?
the artwork
You
right?
know, that's one of the things I want to be remembered for. I want the longevity in the game and, you know, the bargaining power.
Yes.
I want to work till there's a place whereby there's no bargaining power. Like, you want Nadia, it's this, or just Like Beyonce. If you
Yeah.
want Beyonce, you just
just give me shares. Let's
and
do
it's
it.
because of quality of business.
Yeah, because
And,
all these products that endorse you, I believe you're supposed to be given a shares.
you know,
Yani inakuzia product baba, nipatie
Yeah.
tu share hii product and make money
and
off
that's
it.
what we're
Long
working
term.
for,
Yeah.
bargaining power.
Yes.
Like, so I said, I want Nadia, if you don't have this amount, or she's
Barabara.
a strict, and that's about building structures and systems. We don't get them overnight, we work on them. All right, so that's what I'm working on. And my 5-year plan, it's still in the same. I want to be a
Finance.
3-in-1. Finance, a boss lady, and a legacy whereby they see there's a talent, there's a music, and there's a business lady.
I'll support you. I'll come to your podcast if you
Yeah.
ever need me.
Oh, by the
If-
way,
if-
I
if-
have my new podcast.
Yeah, your new podcast.
Yeah.
You want to tell them what it's called?
Yeah,
The-
so
it's-
I have my new podcast. It's called Financial Discipline Journey. I host it. I have amazing content, just like Castro here. So guys, make sure you check it out on Sevens Creative Hub YouTube channel. And it's amazing. It's an amazing podcast. It's lit. It's legit. A lot of knowledge about finances. And we are starting our 24-week savings culture, or the savings journey. So make sure you be part of our online chama. And together we can do this tomorrow. Together. Tumetoka mbali.
Tumetoka mbali. Yo, guys. I don't even have anything to say, man. You know what I mean? I feel like God has blessed this episode. You know, we've put all the gems, all the jewels. Watch this episode over and over again. Take your notes, mazi. Andika chini. Comment down there. Talk about like what you feel like. You know, let's carry these conversations online. You know, when ikitoka tu yani and then you want to Nadia Mukami's page, ask her questions. We'll always do this over and over again. And I want to thank everybody at large. So thank you very much, Nadia, and may God bless you. This has been Student of the Game, and I must see you next time for season 2. It's all love and